Okay, thank you, Nancy. We're so grateful that you could MC this event. Before I give you an update on our school, I'd like to thank our outreach coordinator, Mike Chesnick. Yeah, he's done a fantastic job organizing this event, along with staff members Debbie Cross, Andres Dominguez, Renee Schaefer-Horton, Paloma Boykin, Martha Castleberry, Chris Hogaboom, and Veronica Peralta. Takes a lot of hard work. Yeah. All of you, can you stand up? Come on, stand up. Yay. Woo. It takes a lot of hard work and long hours to put on an event like this, and we deeply appreciate all that they've done. The School of Journalism first presented the Zenger Award 64 years ago to honor those who fight for press freedom, for the right of the people to receive information they need to self-govern. Given the past year, I think it's safe to say that a free press is more important than ever. And the Pima County Board of Supervisors unanimously adopted a proclamation supporting a free press with a dedication to our school for training the journalists of the future. This past year, my predecessor as director, Dave Collier, guided us through a grueling reaccreditation. We passed all standards, a feat that puts us in the top 10% of journalism schools in the whole country. So the Accrediting Council noted several things: the strength of our faculty, our internship program, and our dedication to fostering a tight-knit student community. The media landscape is changing rapidly, and our students will be ready for that challenge. With the enormous growth of podcasts, we're steering our multimedia teaching in that direction. This fall, we received a grant to record podcast episodes about what it's like to be a student today, with professors Mike McKisson and Janine Relly at the helm. Yeah. Our students landed some cool jobs after graduation, including Natalia Navarro at the Colorado National Public Radio Station in Denver, and Gloria Knott and Shaq Davis at the Arizona Daily Star. Oops, and Saul Bookman, he's second from left in that photo, at Fox Sports Arizona. So we also started a pipeline at the Yuma television station with Carmen Valencia and Ciara Encinas landing reporting positions, and recent grad Brandon Mejia becoming an anchor. In the national spotlight, Bethany Barnes, a 2013 master's graduate, was named National Education Reporter of the Year by the Education Writers Association. And 2013 graduate Christina Boy, a copy editor at the LA Times, was the driving force behind the Times' voting to unionize and join the News Guild. Many of the students who are here tonight practice what they learned in classes during summer internships that they were able to get thanks to internship coordinator Renee Schaefer-Horton. Yeah. Here's Rocky Bear at the Jerusalem Post. April Lanuza with CNN's documentary unit in Atlanta. Yeah. And Dalal Radwan with the Tucson Weekly and Northwest Explorer. Others not here, like Jamie Moss, worked on MSNBC's The Last Word with Lawrence O'Donnell, and met with our famous alum, Savannah Guthrie, of the Today Show in New York. And Brenna Bailey and Jessica Suriano were Pulliam Fellows who wrote strong stories for the Arizona Republic. Two graduates in this room, Danielle Camara with the Tucson Weekly and Caitlin Schmidt with the Arizona Daily Star, won a total of 7 first-place awards at last weekend's Arizona Newspapers Association. And Danielle won Story of the Year. So, yeah. Alumna Hannah Gaber was part of a team at the Arizona Republic that won a Pulitzer Prize for a multimedia project on the consequences of a border wall. And alum John Deanna, who's there on the left, who belongs to our Journalism Advisory Council, celebrated the award with newsroom colleagues. We are proud of every one of our students like Chrissy Obeng, and Nina Kolodich, who are our Zenger Fellows. Each year we provide deserving master's students with tuition and fees so they can focus on their studies and do a research or professional project under the guidance of a faculty member. Our 10 student clubs continue to flourish. Ava Garcia and Dalal Radwan just returned from the Society of Professional Journalists National Conference in Baltimore. SPJ members are gearing up for next week's Foley Run on campus to honor journalist James Foley. Jessica Suriano is not here tonight because she is in Southern California at the National Conference of JAWS, which stands for the Journalism and Women's Symposium. More than a dozen club leaders met last month to brainstorm ideas with club's advisor Susan Knight. Yesterday, Melissa Vasquez and David Pujol of the National Hispanic Journalists Association Club made lunch for our honoree, Carmen Aristegui, with their own Mexican food recipes. Our study abroad trips to Costa Rica and Italy continue to be mainstays of the program, and our biannual Inside the Beltway trip to Washington, D.C. lets students get a firsthand perspective on politics and the press in the nation's capital. In the international spotlight, Professor Janine Relly, adjunct faculty member Brett Farah, and other faculty members hosted a contingent from Tunisia here in Tucson. Janine and Brett traveled to Tunisia over the summer to get an up-close look at its nascent media landscape. Closer to home, our science journalism students went behind the scenes at Tucson's Reed Park Zoo to find out how modern zoos participate in conservation efforts around the world. The students produced a short documentary and a magazine called Zoo View. The magazine reached Tanzania, where Professor Linda Lumsden delivered copies by hand to Tangariri National Park. Yeah. Another student-produced magazine, El Independiente, placed third national for general excellence with its issue on the status of women in Arizona. Professor Terry Wimmer was the advisor. The president of the University of Arizona, Robert Robbins, is in our corner. He attended the Hall of Fame ceremony thanks to Jane Swicegood's invitation. You can see Jane there in the background. And he also took a tour of the school and called us rock stars. So this year we began a Native American seed grant program to draw Native American graduate students and continue our mission to diversify newsrooms. One student, Ty Hudson, is here tonight. We've continued our high school workshop, which attracts diverse students from Arizona who want to study journalism. This year, we named the workshop in honor of the late Don Carson for all his work and dedication to increasing the number of diverse perspectives in journalism. And we continue to serve the community through our outreach, such as the Loft Journalism on Screen film series, organized by Nancy Sharkey and Bill Schmidt. Last year, we had our most successful series yet. And for your calendar, we'll be showing All the President's Men on November 18th at the Loft. Some of the faculty have become a part of history for the role they played in it. Professor Kim Newton, who documented the student movement that brought democracy to South Korea more than 30 years ago, was featured in a documentary on the subject. Other faculty, like Professor Susan Swanberg, have been recognized for their scholarship. And this year, we said goodbye to some of the school's most iconic figures, including Don Carson, Jim Patton, and Bick Lucas. But their legacy continues through our school, faculty, and students, and the successes they have had over the years. We had a changing of the guard in the Journalism Advisory Council with Pam White, formerly of Arizona Public Media, replacing Pulitzer Prize winner Frank Sotomayor as chair. Frank is now vice chair and continues to champion diversity and inclusion in the school. Of course, we couldn't do this without all of you, every advisory council member, every faculty member and staff member, every campus friend, every alum, and every person who values good journalism. And in recognition of these school supporters, we honored 18 people at the school's inaugural Hall of Fame in April. The event was a tremendous success with more than 200 people attending. I would like to encourage you to empower these bright young students, like Jordan Williams, our new Bowles Fellow, who will be covering the Arizona legislature this spring. Your wisdom, or donation or planned gift will ensure a strong journalism program and a strong press for decades to come. In conclusion, on behalf of the faculty and staff, I thank you for being here. We're going to have a great evening inspired by our special honoree talking about journalism that makes a difference more than ever. Thank you.